Welcome in, guys, to your Smackdown Live review for the 26th of the 9th, 2017, guys. This was a good, solid episode of Smackdown. You could see that WWE were building up for Hell in a Cell on the Smackdown side of things, and they did a pretty good job, and they actually got me invested in some of these matches, especially the undercard, and obviously the main event. They also had the main event very positioned well on SmackDown. So we open up SmackDown with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn coming out. And Kevin Owens is blaming Shane McMahon for him attacking Vince. And he saw, KO said that he saw Shane and Vince a couple of weeks ago. And then obviously after that, Sami Zayn tells him to get a grip. He needs to stop this obsession with the McMahons and stuff like that. And then after that, Sami Zayn challenges KO to a match. And they have a match going on tonight. So that's your main event. And then after that, we have Baron Corbin versus Ty Dillinger. Baron Corbin versus Ty Dillinger was next. You know what? It was a short match. I mean, it was okay to decent, but it was short. Baron Corbin gets the win because Ty Dillinger got counted out, and also AJ Styles AJ Styles and Ty Dillinger got thrown into each other by Baron Corbin, so Baron Corbin got the win. And also Baron Corbin challenged AJ at Hell in a Cell for the US title. So it's AJ versus Corbin for the US title. I mean, you know what? I would have done a triple threat match here, and I would have put maybe Ty Dillinger here. Like, he's been involved in his story for what, 2-3 weeks now. What does Ty Dillinger do now? Does he go back to doing nothing, or do you actually put him in this feud with a Baron Corbin and an AJ Styles? I mean, if you're just going to put him back at the line, what's the point? Like, this is my problem with WWE right now. They sign all these wrestlers for NXT and what have you, and the Cruiserweights and the Mae Young Classic. But what are they actually going to do with them once the competition of, like, a Mae Young Classic has just finished, and also 205 Live last year, and also the NXT? What are they going to do when they get up to that main roster? I mean, I look at NXT and I look at guys like Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish and Sanity. I look at Roderick Strong, Chris Hero or Cassius Ohno, Aleister Black. I look at even a Hideo Itami. He's been on NXT for 3 or 4 years and he still isn't on the main roster. They don't know what to do with that fucking guy. You look at a Chris Hero. This is his second run in NXT. They still don't know what to do with Chris Hero on NXT. You look at Adam Cole and the Undisputed, as they're calling themselves now. You look when they come onto the main roster. How would a Vince McMahon book an Adam Cole? Does Vince McMahon get the Adam Cole character? I don't think Vince would even know what to do with an Adam Cole character. And then you look at Sanity. When they get called up, are they going to be like another White family where they're hot for a few months and then after that they get beat by a team and they're just basically eaters of pins? I mean, I like Sanity, they're a good group, they're a freaking awesome characters, but I'm scared that if they go to maybe a Raw or a SmackDown, they could get the 50-50 booking, which, like, if you guys know, I hate 50-50 booking. It sucks. I mean, 50-50 booking in pro wrestling doesn't do anybody any good. So why they do it, I do not know. I mean, WWE is supposed to. They have got a shitload of talent that is really good on NXT and the main roster, and they just don't know what to do with half of it. They know what they're doing, but half of it they just don't know what the hell they're doing with it. I could go on the list of how many guys they haven't pushed over the years. I'll be here for like 1 hour or something like that talking about that. I don't want to talk about that. You guys know. But yeah, that's what I'm scared of, really. I mean, if I was WWE, I would focus on the guys you actually got on contract. You guys like Apollo Crews, guys like the Drifter, guys like Ty Dillinger, guys like Sami Zayn, guys who've been there quite a while, and actually establish those guys before you start going out for maybe Kenny Omega and a Young Bucks or whoever you're going to go after next, or Ricochet or whatever. So yeah, that's a little rant over there about like WWE mishandling mid carders and whatever. I just had to talk about it because it really kind of pisses me off. So yeah. Then after that we had Jinder Mahal coming out and basically he's mocking Nakamura again. It's the same old shit. And then I'm sat there thinking, oh my god. If we're going to have this till WrestleMania, then to quote Tony Schiavone, that's going to put asses in seats. Jinder Mahal versus John Cena is apparently going to be for WrestleMania. That's what I've heard today. Oh my god. I am begging for mercy. If that is the main event for WrestleMania, if that is one of the key matches for WrestleMania, which is going to be John Cena versus Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship and Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, then God have mercy on everybody, because we will fucking need it come WrestleMania. I'm just saying, like, if you think that is excitement, Vince, then you are truly hashtag Vince out of touch. You are really out of touch. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. After that, we had a Rusev celebration, and Randy Orton comes out, so obviously Rusev versus Randy Orton's going to continue at Hell in a Cell. Then we had Charlotte versus Carmella. It was a solid match. Charlotte went over. Natalya cut a promo on her, so it's going to be Charlotte versus Natalya, as we know. Then we had the Usos versus the Hype Bros. The Usos go over. The New Day was in the crowd, obviously trying to distract the Usos, but that didn't work. And also the Usos cut an awesome promo on the New Day, and they were saying like how they should have just stayed fans and they shouldn't actually go in the ring with the Usos and stuff. And then they say Hell in a Cell is going to be Usos versus the New Day inside Hell in a Cell, which I think is going to be a freaking awesome match. And yeah, that is a match I'm really looking forward to seeing actually. And then after that we had I'm trying to think what else we had. Oh yeah. Then we had Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Now this was a good match here as well. Oh yeah, before I actually talk about this, going back to the Jinder segment, I actually forgot something. So Jinder was doing his segment, like I said, and Nakamura did attack them. So yeah, he did get his revenge. Anyway, but that's what I was saying. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. You know what? It was a typical Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn match. You know, the fans were like, this is awesome. Like, okay, I've seen like a ton of these Sami Zayn Kevin Owens matches. I saw them in Ring of Honor, I saw them in WWE. They're all the same. Like, if you've seen one Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn match, you've seen them all. They're all basically the same, except from different outcomes. Obviously, if a Sami Zayn wins or a Kevin Owens wins, that's it. So yeah, it basically ends in like I think a no count out or something like that. Then Shane comes for the save and stuff like that. Then we get Dolph Ziggler. Yes, Dolph Ziggler, the guy that's still struggling to find an identity, is this time trying to be the Undertaker. And then obviously, finally, Bobby Roode comes out and saves us off from this bad segment here and challenges him to a match out in a cell. Ziggler says that Roode is just basically a robe and an entrance and stuff like that. And so yeah, and then that's it. So yeah, they announced that, and then that was the end of SmackDown. Really, Shane helped Sami Zayn later on in the main event, like I said. So yeah, that was SmackDown. Really, I cannot really say that. I mean, SmackDown was a solid show for building wise. If you're talking about building for a pay per view, now this was a really good, solid this was like a really good solid show for building. But if you talk about match wise, it was what it was. It wasn't like we didn't have a really good match on there. Like I would say Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, but I've seen a ton of them already. So yeah, SmackDown this past week was a solid show for building for Hell in a Cell, but overall it was just decent. So yeah, what do you guys think about this last episode of SmackDown Live? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and I'll check you later.